then finally this one up here. Bam. That was actually surprisingly easy. Oh. Okay, that makes sense. Shoot. Go away. No, go away. Yes. No! No! Come on! Get over here! You prick. This sucks. Oh, whatever. Screw you. Crap. Okay, come on, come on, come on. And no, turn the other way, you... Swing, you piece of crap! There we go. Oh, boy. Thank you. That took way too long. Hello, and welcome to another stream of the Ultimate Hardcore Shiny Manectric Hunt Live. My name is Ectric, and we are here in another stream where we will be once again trying to get a freaking shiny Manectric. And at the same time, we'll also be seeing if we can't snag ourselves a shiny Space Time Distortion Mon in PLA while we wait. Or I guess we're doing the PLA stuff, and then while we wait, we shiny hunt the Manectric, because that one takes longer. But I hope you're excited for the stream. If you aren't, you've not yet liked the stream and subscribed to the channel, consider doing so you can catch every single one of these as they come out. Regardless, though, we are gonna be going and I think we're going for timestamp program running. Or not timestamp, the TTS program. Timestamp program's already done. So is the company. Put this up here. Oh, the music's too loud? Got it. Actually, let's do this, and then... There we go. Much better, or too quiet now? Perfect. Alright, cool. I'm gonna make this a little bit louder in my headphones. Alright, so we should be good on that end. I think everything is all set. So, I'm gonna get the PLA stuff set up first. I'm not even gonna worry about trying to get a MMO in first. We're just gonna go straight for the searching for whatchamacallits, Space Time Distortions. Alright, so we'll check every 5 minutes or so. And in the meantime, now we can do it. Gameplay, where are you? There we go. I don't know why it was doing that, but it works. There we go. Snapplecap fact check? Sure. Welcome to the stream, everyone, by the way. Thank you so much, Crunchy, Vortex, and Doodle for joining the stream before it even started, as well as King Capybara for joining in as it started. Snapplecap fact is the Empire State Building has 73 elevators. That's a fun number. Alright, Sheldon's favorite number from Big Bang Theory. Oh, it's the perfect music to be playing as we start this shiny hunt. You should dance? I'm kind of dancing. Just moving a little bit. Oh, you know what we should do? Is we can set up the Madlib bot for the different conversation topics. Do you guys want to do that, or you want to just chill? Hell yeah! All right, let's do it. All right, let's get that set up. So that would require you get this. We're just gonna go here for a second. There we go. Just so that I can get it set up. No, that's fine. Throw you up here, I suppose. And then it was
Wish. What are you enabling? I don't understand.
I am going to set up something that we did in a previous stream that generates random conversation topics. And it should be a fun time. Let's see, so I guess we'll go right in here. I like when it's cold. Like just like the weather. So that should be the command I need. So we'll pop this back up. Good stuff there. And then please. There we go. Does anyone know 8 divided by 0.04? I'm too lazy to do it. 8 divided by 4 is 2, and then move the decimal place over 2 places, so it's 200. Alright, so that should be good there. And now I just need to add that text source to here. That for a second. Give me a minute. For some reason it always starts off so large. Okay. That was about 5 minutes. Let me do this. Thank you. Jesus. All right. I love Nintendogs. I really loved Nintendogs growing up as well. It was a good game. All right. So that was the old prompt.
What is that prompt?
What is that prompt? That is the last one that we did. How is that over that? There we go. And then just pop this up here. We'll pop that up there. I'm scared now. Let's see if it works. There we go. What a weird.
What's the weirdest Snapple you've ever fired?
There we go. It works. You'll love to see it. What's the weirdest Snapple you've ever fired? Discuss. Alright. That should be all set. Nintendogs followed by Sun and Moon. Your music loves me today. This is just a random playlist on YouTube, so this playlist loves you. there was the red one. He was a bit, well... the only Snapples I've ever fired are the ones where I was visiting my wife, then girlfriend, and it was the middle of winter, and she was living in a place that gets a lot of snow, so it had snowed, and I had bought some Snapple cases to bring home with me when I traveled, like, the next day or the day after, or something like that. Mark Villarreal, thank you so much for subscribing. Really, really appreciate it. Hope you'll enjoy yourself. But yeah, so I had bought some cases of Snapples. This was back when they still had the glass bottles, and I bought 2 cases to bring home with me so that I could have them for when I got home, because I wasn't able to grocery shop immediately. And when I went to, I bought them. I stayed overnight, and then I was going to be leaving like the next morning. And when I went to go check on my car the next morning, because it was so cold and I had left them in the trunk of my car, all of the glass bottles had shattered because the Snapples had frozen overnight. Or not all of them had shattered, but a decent portion of them had shattered. And the ones that didn't shatter were had like frozen and then thawed out, and that had like basically distilled all of like the tea aspects weirdly to like the top or something, like it had basically like separated out the tea from the water, and it made them all taste really, really funky. So I fired those and just got rid of all of them. Also, I couldn't tell if any of them like were broken, and it was like kind of dangerous for me to open some of them. Solo, welcome to the stream, and thank you so much for gifting a membership. Congratulations, Papa Son. You now have access to custom emotes. Thanks to Solo. Let's get some up in the chat for Solo. Do you think when shiny hunters become adults, they will shiny hunt babies? No. I'm an adult sometimes, and I do not shiny hunt babies, so I don't think that necessarily follows. I mean, it could happen. Let's see. Still no distortions. Sorry, I'm a bit late. No worries, Luigi Dragon. Welcome on in. Hey, Papa Son. There you go. You got custom emotes. What do you mean sometimes? Oh, just that, you know, I am like ostensibly an adult, but I also like play video games till like 2 in the morning, which is not extremely adult behavior. What I miss? We barely just started. I've gotten like 7 encounters because I ended up setting up the discussion bot. Shiny Hunter one time, he looked like a light bulb. The child. Neil, welcome to the stream. Thanks so much for joining. Just, Crunchy, have you met this man? Thanks, Doodle. 2 in the morning. I'm technically an adult, and I stayed up till like 8 in the morning playing games last week. There you go. See, but I'm like, what I'm saying is that's not like necessarily an adult thing to do. How you doing? I'm doing just fine. Playing some Pokemans. Discussing what's the weirdest Snapple you've ever fired. Me too. I told myself I need to go to bed early and was up till like 1:30, like, oops. Yeah, see, the thing is, like, we streamed Baldur's Gate last night, and we ended up ending at like 12:30 because Lumion was not feeling super well. And I was like, oh, this means I could actually probably get to bed early and get some more sleep, because I don't usually get a ton of sleep on weekdays, because I stay up streaming or doing whatever, and then I end up going to bed late, but I still have to get up like a normal time for work. But after that, saw a couple of my friends were on Discord playing PUBG, and I was like, I'll just hang out and chat with them for a little bit while they play, and just like play a new game that I bought yesterday. So I just kind of played that for a little bit, and then I started finding myself like falling asleep. So I was like, I'll just hop off. And at this point, it's like 1:10, 1:15. And so I hop off there, and then I just sit in my chair, kind of just like nodding off and like half asleep for like 10 minutes, and it's like 1:30 now, and then I'm like, okay, I'll go to the bathroom and then go to bed, and then I go to the bathroom and I get out of the bathroom, and then I'm like, I'm kind of hungry, so I grab myself like a little snack, and I just go sit down in the living room and I eat my snack, and then I'm just sitting there on my phone scrolling shorts, and now it's like almost 2 in the morning, and then I realize, oh, I was supposed to take out the garbage today, so I had to go take out the garbage at like 2 in the morning. So I go outside and it's cold, and I go to take out the garbage, and I'm like, oh shoot, I have to also bring the recycling, and I bring the recycling, and then I go inside, and I see that there's 2 garbage pails full of like yard trimmings, and no STD, and I realized that like we have the yard waste coming as well as the garbage and the recycling, and those only happen like twice a year, and this is the last one before winter, and I need to get rid of all this stuff, and I don't want to have to like throw out the yard trimming, so I have to put these into specific paper bags. So I it's like 2:20 in the morning, and I'm sitting there taking these thorny vines that my wife had weeded out of our like flower beds, and I'm just stuffing them into paper bags, clipping them apart with like hedge clippers, and I'm sitting here like, it's 2:20 in the morning. What the hell am I doing? ADHD brain, and it's fine. Seriously, it's bad. It's so bad. I really need to go see like a doctor to get like diagnosed, because I really feel like I have ADHD. It's like at this point, I'd be surprised if I didn't. Do you have ADHD? I mean, honestly, maybe. Watch this shiny now. No, it's okay. Should have known Ectric is the adult. Go to bed at 3 a.m. every night. Please help me. Yeah, I ended up going to bed at 3 a.m. because I finally finished doing all of the yard work at like 2:45. And then I had to go, brush my teeth and get into my PJs and go to the bathroom and go again and get ready for bed. And by the time that happened, it was almost 3. And even then I was like, should I like play a quick game of Risk on my phone before I go to bed? And I'm like, dude, go the hell to sleep. You need to be up in like 5 hours. Dazzling, welcome to the stream. This fellow ADHD haver, I feel the pain. Yeah, if I don't have it, I definitely have some similar tendencies, and it can cause problems. It's very frustrating at times. Oh, new question? Good call. Good call. Alright, what we got? What?
Which 2 injuries would you like to be slapped by?
What a question. Discuss. Which 2 injuries would you like to be slapped by? I'm trying to think. Like, I mean, none, obviously, but like, if I had to choose 2 injuries to be slapped by, I would say maybe like an ACL tear, because like it's internal, so there's like no like guts or blood. What the hell am I saying? Guts or blood or anything like that. So it's like not messy. Like basically anything internal, I would say. You got the prices right. Losing horn, redeem up and running. No, we were just talking about how I have ADHD. Dazzling. No, I did not do that yet. Does the pain of the slap equate to the pain of the injured stuff? Now that's a good question. I would say no. I think it's just a slap.
A broken wrist and a broken femur.
A broken wrist and a broken femur. That's fair. I would agree. Those are 2 nice and clean. Oh, we have an STD forming. So we're gonna hop on over there, which means we need to go here. Oops, wrong one. There we go. Oh, whoops, I didn't set up the chat. moment. And then we'll add in Madlib combo. Why is it always so large? We'll start. Alright, we'll put that down there. Good stuff. And then we can actually pull up the audio of the game. Beautiful. And now pop that open. There we go. We're off. I've had no injuries. I mean, I've had injuries before. Was that you guys?
Redeem TTS. Yeehaw,
like it
all snipe. Warning. A blighted Narga Kuga approaches.
I legitimately don't know if that was an actual shiny or not. I feel like it might have been one of you. I'm not seeing anything. It's the Haunter? It doesn't look shiny. Alright, I believe you. Oh, you're right, yeah. I see. There we go. We got it. Oh, also, I've been playing this game for over 500 hours now.
The Haunted.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Showed my friends a trick a while back by bending my finger back so far. Got dislocated and I was trying to snap it back. Ooh! Oof. Blue tongue. Yeah, I see it now. Thank you for letting me know. So we did technically get a shiny. Over 500 hours and still know what a shiny Haunter looks like. I don't care about Haunter. Haunter's not my favorite Pokemon. I mean, it's cool, but like, it's not the best shiny I've got. Also, it's hard to spot from far away. Alright. So we're here now. Shiny Hunter is fairly easy to miss. Thank you, Luigi. Appreciate that. But back to my my talk of injuries. I mean, I've had injuries before. Like I've scratched my cornea before. Jammed fingers, and I had tendonitis in my knees. Probably still do, to be honest. I don't know if that's ever... My knees are still bad to this day. We spotted it from far away? Well, good for you. It's just so much better. Alright, let's see. Didn't have this strike him like that. Me or him? Alright. One more option to get a special spawn. There's a shiny in this one. You know what's disappointing? Oh, that's... Oh, it broke out. Never mind. It is disappointing, though, because, like... and I know this is not true, because, like, it's obviously, like, individual roles. It doesn't... They're not related at all. It does, like... One shiny does not equate to, like, the next one inherently not being shiny. But, like, it definitely feels like that just from, like, my, you know, primitive brain. And having the shiny happen right before I get to this, STD, it hurts a little bit. Gonna be honest. Took a first look at the new thing in the Switch version of Monster Hunter Stories. It's Tower of Recollection. Nice. You're so much better. That's fair. That's fair. You'd be slapped by 3 injuries and be fine. Oh, speaking of, let's get a new topic. Okay.
What would you do if you knew you couldn't exploit?
I feel like we've gotten that one before. I mean, it's bound to happen eventually, right? There's only a certain number of combinations. And I feel like we have less verbs than nouns or adjectives, so... But yeah, anyway, discuss. What would you do if you knew you couldn't exploit? Stand by what I said when the question popped up last time. I'm not paying for Spotify Premium. Fair enough. Too sick to answer that. Do you have like a cold or something? Oh, didn't try it. Couldn't even see it. We're getting a lot of spawns in this one. Feels like this one's been going on for a while. You know, I saw the notification that was going to come up, and it still almost scared me. That game stressed me the hell out. I'm a little sick, yes? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Literally running an alpha Carnivine spawns right next to me. What the heck is that? Alright. So now we start the timer again, and we go back over here, and we turn the music back on. There we go. Beautiful. Health Carnivine was not playing no games, and seriously. Crazy stuff, man. My best friend has pneumonia. I'm so sorry to hear that, dude. Wishing them the best. Hope they get well soon. Alright. So we've gotten 20 encounters in this game. Not an amazing number of encounters for half an hour into the game, but I was distracted for a decent number of them. Alright, this topic is not interesting.
Where do you top disaster in AN seconds?
Where do you top disaster in a second? I don't know what that means. Funny man, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the compliment. I haven't got my haircut in a few weeks now, but thank you. Do you have an answer to that, Funny man? Where do you top disaster in a second? Also, what are you doing up? Aren't you usually asleep by now? I don't even know how to answer that. I mean, honestly, it sounds like a skill issue that you can't answer that question. It's obvious. I can't say I do. You know what? Fair enough. Sometimes people just don't top disaster. I usually bottom disaster, but you know. Get nothing for this. I'm getting more goldfish and heading out of stream. All right, Crunchy. Have a good one. I'm going to do a new topic because that one is nonsensical. All right. This one actually makes sense.
Describe your Pikachu in one word.
Describe your Pikachu in one word. Skill issue? Ectric, you also just said you have no idea how to answer. Uno reverse. Listen, I never said that I had the skill. They just said it was a skill issue. I need a haircut, I think. But will I lose my strength if I cut it? Well, my hair gives me super strength, so... yeah, I would lose my powers if I got a haircut. Not a Pikachu anymore? If you... Just because you didn't put spaces doesn't mean it's one word. I would describe my Pikachu in one word, and it would be this: Pikachu. If you get the reference, you're voted. Antagonist, bro is evil. Fair enough. Manus. Man, a lot of people not liking Pikachu here. Wasn't expecting that. For real now, yellow? That's honestly fair. Your Pikachu is delinquent. I guess delinquent would be the word I would use. I hate Pikachu with a burning passion. Really? Like, it's obviously not my favorite Pokemon, but like, I don't have anything like against it. Cosplayer, if it's from Oras. I'm not sure what that means. Bro hospitalized 700 kids and blamed it on Porygon. Oh, you're talking about that one banned episode from like Japan. I feel like it wasn't Pikachu's fault specifically. I feel like it was like an unfortunate accident with like, well, maybe not accident. It was an unfortunate oversight by the animators who produced the episode. Cosplay Pikachu, you don't remember it? In Oras? I haven't played Oras in forever, so no, I don't remember it. Sure hope it was an accident. I don't, I feel like Occam's Razor says that it probably was, you know, just people, like, ignorance. Look up cosplay Pikachu right now. But I just got into a groove. I'm just checking to see if there's no STDs. We're good. Where the wrestler Pikachu skin in Smash comes from. I don't know that either. Alright, let's see. So you said look up cosplay Pikachu. Images. Oh, that's fun. I really thought this was going to be worse. This is cute. I was fully expecting like some sort of like not safe for work, like person barely looking like Pikachu, but it's like just like a sexy Pikachu type of thing. I thought that was what I was going to end up getting. But it's actually Pikachu in like different outfits. That's cute. My respect for you has plummeted. Was I looking at the wrong thing? It's just Pikachu's in different costumes, right? They look. I thought they looked fine. Like they look cute. What is wrong with them? You didn't know about it before? Oh. Yeah, no, I didn't know about it. Punishable by shame. Alright. Too bad I don't have any. If I find some, though, I'll let you know. They're all female? The cosplays? Oh. Did not notice. Wasn't looking at the tail. You know, I was thinking about it, and if I ever do one of these streams and I do get the shiny Manectric, especially if it's like early in the stream, I think I'm just gonna turn it into a designing merch stream while we wait for STDs. It's also the only Pikachu that has a black tipped tail. I'm going to bed. All right, Doodle. Have a good night. Hope you sleep well. Thanks so much for hanging out. All right. New topic.
Would you rather slap or goon? Why?
Great question. Great question. Discuss. Many lawyers have advised me to not answer this question. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It is November, we may not goon. It's either that or slap, and I feel like slap is more violent. So I'll say goon. We must slap. To be fair, this is what you would rather do, not what you're going to do. Alright. Fair enough. Yeah, there you go. Alright. Well, I'd rather not have that continue to be on the screen for too long, so we'll go with this.
If you could take one Halloween from any coffee, what would it be?
You could take one Halloween from any coffee, what would it be? The Halloween of 2014. Because... Well, it doesn't ask because, so... Halloween of 2014. Good question. Yeah, real stellar one there. Very thought-provoking. Oh, right, I need to specify what coffee I'm taking it from. Oh, from any coffee. It doesn't matter what coffee. Only answer that makes sense for me is remove the Halloween from pumpkin spice lattes so they aren't seasonal. Oh, see, that's actually a really interesting way to interpret that question. And I agree. I think that pumpkin spice should be year-round. Especially, like, pumpkin breads or pumpkin squares or something like that. Oh, man. I haven't had pumpkin squares in, like, years. My wife used to make them every year. I don't know what happened. I guess the spark is just cold. No, I think we moved and she has not done as much baking in in the past year. Probably the actual answer. The only other answer that fits is purple because it matches the ridiculousness. True, true. You want ridiculousness. The sentence I was about to say was, oh, speaking of purple, I got sent a dick pic yesterday. Fun fact, completely true. And there's a reason that the color purple reminded me of that. Would you like me to elaborate? Or would you like a new topic? Which is no context? No, there was some context. Alright, so I've talked about this before. Whenever I get like spam messages, I like to respond to them just to, you know, mess around. And so I yesterday got a text message that was all in Chinese. And I was like, well, this does not seem like it's actually for me. But I Google translated it, and it was basically someone saying, hey, I heard from random, theoretically name that I've never heard of, that you are looking for silver foxes, and I happen to have a couple of silver fox cubs. Would you like one? And that, as kind as that of an offer as that was, I do not know Meihei. I did not know silver foxes were necessarily a thing, and I was not looking for one. But I'm game, and so I brushed off my Mandarin skills, and by that I mean I went to Google Translate and I wrote up a response saying, no, you must Meihei must have misheard. I was actually looking for some purple coyotes instead. If you have some of those, I will take one if you're willing to sell me. And I thought that was ridiculous. I made sure to translate it into Chinese and send it back in Chinese. It ended up turning in purple coyote into purple wolf, but aside from that, the context stayed mostly the same. And so I sent that, and I was like, ha 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 ha, this is so funny. And then I went and checked my phone a couple hours later, and I saw that I had gotten a text back, and it was one message, a picture of a penis being held by a hand, and then another message, and I was like, I'm at work, close, and I put my phone away, and was like, I cannot read this right this moment. So I eventually checked my messages again, and I translated, and the sentiment of the text message was, I don't have any purple. Oh, there is an STD for me. Speaking of penises, basically the sentiment of the message was, I don't have any purple coyotes. But I do have a large purple weapon. Would you like to see? And then they sent a picture of what I assume was probably not their penis, considering the chance of a random spammer having what I could only guess was about 11-inch penis is low, and the chance of someone who is texting me purely in Chinese having a ostensibly Caucasian penis was also very low. So I think that he, for some reason, decided to send me a picture of someone else's penis. And I just was like, yeah, I'm just gonna send this. Don't care what you're talking about. And so they sent me a picture, and I was like, I can't one up this. And so I just deleted the messages and went on with my day. That makes it so much worse. Yeah. It was probably like a porn picture. I was trying to come up with something like witty and clever to say, but it took the fun out of it. They went straight to like that. So I kind of just was like, I'm done. So was a little disappointed because I really enjoy doing those text messages when they like pretend to actually like when they stick with the story for like any amount of time. It's fun. But they went straight to sending dick pics, and I was like, well, other than the fact that this is very funny that I was sent a dick pic, there's nothing else to gain from this text message, so I just deleted it. That's when you go find a bigger one and send it back. Yeah, I don't want to have anyone be going through my photos and then randomly stumble upon a random picture of someone's dick. Call me old-fashioned, but I think that that's not necessarily the best thing to be doing. Oh my goodness. But yeah, that is what I thought of when I thought of purple, and I was like, probably should have picked a different color. Oops. How do you one-up that? You don't. Yeah. Coward. Fair. Fair enough. I'll take it. I'll take that designation if it means I don't have to go searching and doing a Google search for a picture and actually having to just like scroll through and like identify a penis that was larger than the one that I was just sent. Okay, why aren't you? There we go. Okay. Pop that there. Cool. And let's mark this off on the map. And we should be good to go. Think we need a new topic now? Fair enough. There we go.
Where do you play cat in an hours?
Where do you play cat in an hour? I don't know what that means. Why are these topics so nonsensical? Let's just get a new topic. That one makes no sense whatsoever. ZZZ, since I adopted one in game last night. You know what? Fair. I play with my cat. She's a silly kitty. You know what? You were better than me. I had nothing to contribute. Actually, now that you mention it, though, I do have something to contribute to this conversation. I was talking about it another. What? Actually, was I talking about it? I think I was talking about it a little bit yesterday, but on Sunday I went down to my sister-in-law's place because she is on a trip, and I went and like checked up on her cats. And I basically went over there, made sure that the food dispenser was, you know, not empty, made sure that they had water, made sure that, you know, the litter box was clean, and watered the plants and stuff like that. Basically just checked up on the apartment, make sure it wasn't burning down or anything like that. And I got to play with the cats for a little bit, so that was fun. But I ended up finding out that she had her neighbor coming up to like check on them like daily and like play with them a little bit, but it turned out that they were not changing the litter, and she's been gone for 2 weeks and will be gone for 1 week more. And when I tell you that litter box was overflowing, it was bad. It was real bad. I have never cleaned that much litter in my life. I mean, cumulatively, I have, but like in one go, I had never seen that much, a litter box that full. Poor cats. Yeah, I know it was pretty bad. I felt really bad because immediately after I cleaned it out, both of them just like went straight for it pretty much. So which meant that they like were holding off because they didn't want to stand in there. It also, like, I was worried that maybe they had decided that the litter box was no longer a viable option. I did not go and like search around the entire apartment to like confirm that they had been using the litter box the entire time, but yeah, it was not a great thing to see. And I did clear it out. I made sure that I didn't throw it out in a garbage inside the apartment so it didn't smell. But Yeah, I had to re-up the litter in there. Ow. Ow. Rude. Just go away. Go. How many games can Shiny Manectric actually appear in? That's actually a good question. I did the calculation at some point. It depends on whether you like I'm only counting games where you either rude. I'm only counting games where you either can you can either catch it in game or catch it in like another game in the same generation, then trade it over. I'm not counting ones where you can like get it from like Pokemon Home or anything like that, because otherwise that would technically be like any game. But if you count just the games that you can either get it by trading with like a version exclusive or like catch it in game itself, I think it's all the games up to Gen 8. Well, Gen 3 through Gen 8, that is. Because obviously it's not in Gen 1 or Gen 1 or Gen 2. Was that all of the special encounters? I think it was. You have to get it in Ruby and Sapphire now, or are you done because you got an Emerald? That's a good question. The original plan was I would have to get it in Ruby and Sapphire as well. Considering it has been 2 years since I started this endeavor and still haven't gotten it in Emerald, I might be willing to flex on that. I'm definitely not going to do Ruby and Sapphire next. So we'll see, in 2030 if I'm willing to go back to Gen 3 to try this hunt again, when I finally get through like a decent portion of the other games. Or, finally beat this one. Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet should be much easier. Scarlet and Violet, Manectric is not available in. At least not to catch. Obviously, you can, trade from Sword and Shield and, like, through Pokemon Home and stuff like that, but it's not in Scarlet and Violet. Which is quite disappointing. Also, thank you so much for 10 likes, everyone. I really appreciate the support. Alright, and now we go back on over to the other game. Alright. Oh. Screen went black for a second. You could also get the shiny in Friend Safari easy in X and Y. I think the odds are boosted. Yes, I would just need to figure out how to get that set up. Because I don't know that I have a way to record X and Y on like a physical device. So I would either have to try and get that set up in an emulated version, which I don't know if that's possible, or I would have to get like a capture card for a 3DS, which would also be a pain in the butt. So I would have to think through that. I'm probably going to do, like, honestly, maybe I'll do Sword and Shield, Sword and or Shield as my next Hardcore Manectric hunt, just because I want to Oh, whoops! I forgot to go back to the other screen. I feel like that might be the way to go, just because first of all, I haven't played that game in forever at this point, and it seems like it's going to be another easier one to like actually get the hardcore portion done. So we'll have to see. New topic? Oh yeah, you're right. What a weird one.
What 25 students would you bring with you to the Grand Canyon?
Alright, so unless you guys are teachers, this might be a difficult one to answer. All the ones that bullied me in school? Jesus. Well, I mean, I suppose fair. I was going a completely different route of like, I want the kids from the Magic School Bus, and you know, I was trying to come up with like different students in like pop culture. 25 college-age students, so I'm not accused of being a pedo. You know what? Fair. I mean, aren't we all students in one way or another? We're always learning, always growing. With that being said, though, Peppa Pig. What is that, like 7? Peppa Pig and the kids from the Magic School Bus. There's probably like 6 of them. The Magic School Bus kids have been to the Grand Canyon like 10 times now. Yeah, so they'll know all the good spots. Plus, maybe they'll bring Miss Frizzle along and we can, like, you know, get in the bus and just, like, shrink down to the size of an atom, or, like, I don't know, fly. That'd be dope. I can enroll myself in Miss Frizzle's class. New topic. Did you try watching
If
Dan
you could
Dan
take one
yet, if I
alcohol
recommend
from
it?
any guitar,
No, I forgot
what would it be?
about that. What was Dan Dan again? I remember you mentioning it. I don't remember what content they do. Flying through the canyon on the bus would be sick. Oh yeah, for sure. And see, it would be my first time, so I wouldn't be thick of it yet. Oh, excuse me. Why are we talking about Dan to Dan? Solo brought it up. Speaking of content, I think I'm gonna, I've decided I want to try and start doing some, like, videos again, not just streams. Very atypical romance anime. That's really good if you manage to make it past the incredibly weird first episode. Oh, right. I forgot about that. Yeah, no, I did not watch Dan to Dan. I actually did start a show called Mashals. Or Mashal. Basically, it's like a Black Clover One Punch Man mix, where, like, in a world where everyone uses magic, there's one character who cannot. But because he trained himself so much, he basically can one punch everyone, and like is like extremely strong, like One Punch Man. It's like very like there are heavy similarities between Black Clover and One Punch Man and this show, but it was pretty funny. Magic and Muscles, Pog. Oh, have you seen the show before? But yeah, I like it was fun, but the dark similarities kind of made me feel like I was watching, like it made me want to see either Black Clover or One Punch Man, and it reminded me too much of both of them, that like it just felt like I was getting a knockoff version of both of them. I haven't yet, but I plan to start it soon. Fair enough. I literally only watched the first episode, so I'm gonna give it more of a shot. I'm not gonna stop watching it or anything like that. But my initial reaction was that it's just too much like other animes I've already seen, and it just made me want to watch the ones that I was already familiar with. But I will be continuing to watch it because it's possible that the setup is similar, but then it goes in a completely different direction. So we'll have to see. But it was pretty funny. The other thing was I was watching the English dub, and the English dub voice actor for the main character, who doesn't know magic, sounded extremely similar to the English voice actor for Saitama in One Punch Man. So it was even more so feeling like I was just watching One Punch Man in Black Clover. It was just first impressions and all that. Anyway, getting to the topic at hand, if you could take one alcohol from any guitar, what would it be? The Malibu Bay Breeze. I love those drinks. But yeah, I started watching that one. I watched another episode of Spy X Family, although I didn't make it very far. And then I also watched an episode of Mythbusters recently, and kind of made me want to go back and watch those again. I would take all the alcohol out of every guitar. You know what? Fair enough. Oh shit, I'm gonna have to recalibrate my controller because I accidentally let it go to sleep, which resets it. That's a shame. I'll do it once we actually have an STD showing up. New topic. Fair. I gotta say, I've been working on a program that will basically allow me to
What 420 paintings would you bring with you to the largest ball of yarn?
Honestly, can you name 420 paintings? Let alone that you would want to take with you to the largest ball of yarn. If anyone was able to name 420 unique paintings that actually exist, I would be extremely impressed. What was I saying? Oh, right. I'm making a program that will basically. I think I've talked about it before, but basically, I have actually right here. This binder right here, and it's got a lot of pages in it, and they all have barcodes printed all over them. And this is a holdover from a old project that I was doing back in 2018, where I decided that I wanted to come up with a good solution to use a barcode scanner, because I had a barcode scanner for an internship, and I really wanted to come up with a fun project to use with it, and I decided on making basically a book of barcodes where I could scan the barcode, and then it would automatically play like a TV show episode or a movie or something like that, and I would like translate all of my physical media into digital copies and have like a program that I could just pull up any of my movies or TV shows and just scan a barcode and I could just watch and that kind of thing. And I got all the way through programming all of it. I did testing and stuff like that, and it all worked. The thing that ended up stopping the project was the fact that transferring physical copies of media over into digital copies is time consuming and difficult, and I did not have the patience for that. So I had a fully functional program that had about 3 random episodes of the original Dragon Ball saved in them. And it just kind of went dormant. I never got rid of the binder because like I printed all of them out and they all work, so like why would I get rid of that in case I ever want to use it again. And now I'm thinking about using it for I would clone the Mona Lisa 420 times and sell them off as the official one and get rich. At the ball of yarn. Makes sense. Archive every single stream on a barcode. Honestly, that could be fun. But the plan I have right now is I'm going to create like an all-in-one streaming program where, right now I have a timestamp program where it just has a timer going. We're currently at about an hour and 8 minutes since I started the timer, and it just sits there waiting for keystrokes, specific keystrokes. Every time I press it, it basically saves that keystroke with saves like the timestamp that the keystroke happened at, and like a preconceived message into a text file that I decide the name before I start the timer. So right now, because we're doing the Ultimate Hardcore Shiny Manectric Hunt in Emerald for an Emerald Shiny, it is UHSMH, Ultimate Hardcore Shiny Manectric Hunt, EM for Emerald, and then S for Shiny Hunting rather than the Hardcore Nuzlocke portion. And it is the 23rd stream of me doing this. So that is the unique timestamp code that I use for the stream, and so I typed that in, and it now that it's running, every time I have like a keystroke that it recognizes, it will print a message into UHSMH EMS23.txt, and saves it to that file, and then at the end of the stream I can stop the timer, and now I have a text file with like timestamps of everything that runs. Or everything that happened during the stream. But the problem with that is currently I am using just regular keys on my keyboard, which if I ever have to type something means that I get erroneous timestamps, like every time I like type in a message or something like that, or like if I have to like copy and paste something, C is like the timestamp button I used to use for when I would have a curse in a video and I would have to bleep it out. So, their timestamps will come up, and I can usually filter through by seeing if there's a bunch of timestamps like tenths of seconds apart from each other, because that usually indicates that I was typing rather than like actually doing timestamps. But it's still kind of annoying. So I was thinking it'd be nice if I didn't have to use my keyboard to recognize the timestamps, and I could instead use like the barcode scanner. So I thought that would be interesting, and then I thought, well, I could also I've been meaning to like try and create a soundboard thing as well, where I could like press a button and it would play like a sound. So I decided that I could combine those together. So I would use the barcode scanner to scan, and depending on what barcode, it would either like be a timestamp or it would play a sound. And then I started making it more and more complex, and like I was like, oh, but what if I have like a sound effect, but I also have like soundtracks where it like plays a longer piece, and that can like just be possible to like loop it, and there's only one of those going on at a time, but like sound effects can go at the same time. And so I started adding that, and then I was like, oh, but I also have like a counter program that I use, which I'm using right now actually, to increment the Manectric counters. And that also takes keystrokes, so I could do the same thing, where every time I scan a barcode, it would also increment the counter, which would be ideal. Well, I guess I wouldn't necessarily set it specifically to the barcode scanner for this one, because it'd be annoying to constantly have to pick up the barcode scanner and scan the right code. So I might keep that one as like just a keyboard button press. But I was thinking, okay, like I could combine all of these ideas into one program. So I've been working on that, and I feel like that could be a fun one to do on stream at some point, because it's like interesting in that it's like different than all of the other coding I've done on stream before. Tried to put Incineroar into Fire Red today. Somehow in the process I gave it Chimeco's color palette. It looks so bad. Oh god. Oh. We have a space-time distortion formed right at this moment. It actually just started, so I'm 5 minutes off on it. Alright, so turn off the music. And then new topic. Invented an apple. What swords would it have, and what would it be called? Incredible.
If you invented an apple, what swords would it have, and what would it be called?
So let's see. We need to now go over here, and we're on. Go. Well, the sword of overprices. Oh shoot, I forgot. I have to calibrate this. There we go. Where are my special spawns? This one. Got the first one. Good. The second one. Where the heck is this third one? That's neat. Cute. Where you at, Porygon, or Celebril? Oh. Pull up. And... Gotcha. At least it's a whole pretty. be called a Canton apple, and it's dual katanas. Ooh, fun. I would say my apple's name would be Granny, and it would wield a butcher's knife. Just a sword called Pen Pineapple Apple. Oh my god, forgot about that song. I have a pen, I have an apple. Apple pen. I have a pen, I have pineapple. Pineapple pen. Apple pen. Pineapple pen. Pen pineapple apple pen. Iconic. Freaking iconic. A butcher's knife isn't a sword? What if it's a squirrel wielding it? Then wouldn't it be a sword? And apples are like squirrel sized. So checkmate. Checkmate, liberals. I don't know why I said that. Just on autopilot, man. That was all the rage in fifth grade? Don't do that to me, man. Don't do that to me. I am not sure if I watched that in high school or college, but it was certainly later than 5th grade for me. Oh, that hurts, man. Still doesn't match the definition of a sword. What's the definition of a sword? Long piece of metal with a hilt and a handguard. It has to have a handguard? What if I put a handguard on a butcher's knife? Then would it turn into a sword? I feel like I've seen, like, I don't think a katana has a handguard, does it? I swear there are swords that don't have handguards. Used for thrusting and striking, a butcher's knife is used for neither. Okay, but like, what if I did use it for thrusting and striking? Like, I feel like all of these are like definition, all of these aspects of the definition are like just about like how you use it. Like, I suppose if it like it's not technically like made for that, not the intended purpose. I mean, I guess fair, but like, I feel like you could still use it as a sword. If you just like add a small hand grip or hand guard. Just like stab a here's what you do. Here's what you do. Doesn't mean it is a sword. Yes, but you're using it as a sword. So it's essential, like in practice it's a sword. This is very pedantic. I'm going back to my other game. How much time do I have left in this video? Let's go to the next one. There we go. We only had like a minute left. I can use a trash can like a house, but it's still just a trash can. Okay, but like, would you not call it Oscar's house? Like, if he's using it as a house, I would call it someone's house if they're using it as a house. I feel like that's just good manners. Yeah, what about Oscar? Asking the real questions here. We're almost at 6,000 encounters. We're slowly but surely making our way towards odds. I can use clothes of the weapon, still just clothes. I would say that if you're using it as a weapon, I would still consider that like if I let's say I have a belt and I were to use it to try to beat up someone, and it like almost killed them. Like if I were to be charged, I feel like it would be assault with a deadly weapon. Like just because it's not like inherently a weapon doesn't mean that it isn't a weapon when you use it as a weapon. They wouldn't charge me with assault with a deadly clothes. I like how this argument about me saying that an apple holding a butcher knife as a sword has gone from arguing about adding a hilt to a butcher knife to arguing about a trash can as a house to arguing about a belt as a deadly weapon. I can use an Xbox as a drink coaster. You wouldn't call it a drink coaster. Checkmate. If you are like specifically setting out to use it as a drink coaster, I would call it a drink coaster. Like, for example, I was at an anime convention and they had DVDs, or sorry, not DVDs, video game discs that had been epoxied and turned into coasters. I'd call that a coaster. It was a video game disc at one point. It was being used as a coaster. I call it a coaster. If you're mainly using your Xbox as an Xbox, but you'll also put a drink on top of it, sure, it has multiple purposes and you're using it mainly as an Xbox, so you're using it as an Xbox. But if you are only using it or you are inherently using it as a drink coaster, I would call it a drink coaster. Best game of Devil's Advocate I've ever seen. It is, I feel like this is a very fun, wait, god damn it, my freaking controller disconnected again. That was modified by a person to serve a different purpose. Okay, but like I'm modifying the butcher knife to serve a different purpose. That's the whole point. You're right, Luigi, this is a lot of fun. Honestly, maybe we should do a stream where I just play devil's advocate and just argue against someone. That could be fun. Obviously, with the caveat that I have the right to refuse a debate topic if it's like, you know, oh, I think that, you know, killing babies is wrong, and I'm not gonna sit there like arguing in favor or anything like that. Adding a handle doesn't change its purpose, neither does changing the way you are specifically are using it. Okay, so if they hadn't epoxied over the disc, but they had still been selling them as coasters because the discs were, let's say, damaged or something like that, would you not call it a coaster? Also, I still vehemently feel that you give the purpose to the item, not the item has an inherent purpose, and you can use it for something else, but not call it that. Did they damage on purpose or accidentally? Let's say accidentally. I mean, like, I either way, I feel like we'd call it a coaster. If it's being used predominantly as a coaster, I would call it a coaster. If it's like a active disc that you just happen to put on a desk and then put a cup on top of it, sure, it's a video game disc and you just, you know, possibly damaged it. But like, if you're saying I'm going to use this as a coaster, I would call it a coaster. Unusable doesn't immediately kill its identity. Okay, but like, if I'm giving it a new identity, I would call it that identity. I have the power. I have the capability of saying this is no longer this. This is now this. If I am the one that is using it, or in this case, an apple named Granny. And all of this just because Solo wanted to be pedantic and argue against my Apple idea. There's a very simple solution to this. That's true. 1 second. I can fix this.
Would you rather avoid or pop? Why?
Good question. Discuss. Oh yeah, I forgot I can just check my watch. Good question indeed. I would say avoid, because I'm non-confrontational. Modify the butcher knife not just with a handguard, but modify the blade as well to act better for thrusting and striking. As long as it still has the look of a butcher knife, I will agree. Generally, like the dimensions could theoretically resemble a butcher knife. If you change the blade so that it like has a pointier tip or something like that, so that it's better at thrusting, that's fine. I still think that it should look generally like a butcher knife to fit in with the, you know, Italian grandmother image I'm looking for here. That is why I picked that. Ooh, I'd rather pop as long as I'm able to survive it. I don't know. Generally, if someone pops, well, I guess it depends on like how you define pop. Like if I'm thinking of like pop like a balloon, I feel like that you're not surviving that. But who am I to judge? Perhaps you mean like pop as in like dance or something like that, or like jump up or something like that. I become a bomb and can explode it indefinitely. Have you played Origami King? Because I hate to spoil it, but that's not always the case in every game. Actually, most pop bombs are one-time use. Origami King is a terrible example. Paper Mario 64 1000 meter door had infinite use pop bombs. Are you saying it's a terrible example specifically because it negates your argument? Or is there another reason you're calling it terrible? Because it just sounds like you're like, no, I don't like that argument. I don't like that option. That option makes me look wrong. Skill issue. Exactly. Oh my goodness. This is very funny. Oh my goodness. Kills the logic set up earlier in the series. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. In the original one, yeah, she's infinite use as well. Yeah, I mean, I suppose if technically, if you look at like Mario and Paper Mario as like one large series, technically Paper Mario breaks the canon of like the original Mario games by having bombs stay alive after blowing up. But like, if you look at like Paper Mario as its own series, then Origami King is the one that breaks the lore. I don't know. This is not one I'm willing to die. Not a hill I'm willing to necessarily die on. Whole Death itself is stupid because of that. No vacuum. It was a really touching scene, but going back in the series, it sucks. I was touched. Granted, I have only played the original one, and then immediately after Origami King, and never gone back to the series again. So. $25 more until we get to 6,000 encounters. Admiral Bobbery's whole story is way more touching. I don't. Is that in Thousand Year Door? I don't recognize the name of the character. Oh, another STD for me. My dreams of watching Ectric play Super Paper Mario. I'm not writing it off as writing off the series by any means. I just haven't gone back to it since. Play Thousand Year Door and you'll know what I'm talking about. Gotcha. So it is now. He's the Bob companion in Thousand Year Door. Gotcha. I've talked about this before, but I do think I'm going to start having Sunday nights be like Let's Play nights, because I do miss having the Let's Plays going. I did miss having the Let's Plays going on before I brought in Echoes of Wisdom. Granted, I did not play this week because of all of the different issues with getting streams going, but I do think I'm going to keep around the Sunday night being a game that I have never played before, playing through for the first time. Super Mario is great. You have to trust me. Listen. I obviously the series is quite popular for a reason. I enjoy both Paper Mario games that I played. So Kingdom Hearts, Thousand Year Door, and Yokai Watch are all games I want to see you play. Actually, Kingdom Hearts is the one I'm thinking about doing next, so definitely have an option there to see quite soon, once I beat the Zelda game. Oh, not speaking of, this is completely unrelated, but every time. On the bright side, I'm getting very good at figuring out exactly where in the menu this option is. We're off to see this STD. A wonderful STD. Alright, let's go over here. here. And we'll wait for the thing to actually form before we switch over. Wish the 4th and 5th Yokai Watch games got localized. They never got a Western release, so they're only in Japanese. Oh, that's a shame. Oh, shoot. Excuse me. Rude. Really? Let's real quick switch on over to the other game. Not that. Good. And now switch. Oh, right. Wrong button. There we go. And now we're in this game. Cool. Alright. What do we got going on here? Any shinies? Dang it. No, stop. What a trucker. There we go. Jesus. Ah, 2 EVs, no shinies. That sucks. It's honestly impressive that we haven't gotten any shiny EVs in any of these. Like, I feel like we have run into probably about 100 to 200. Somewhere around that range. If you include, like, the evolutions that we've seen in these. And, like, the odds should be, like, in the 1 in, like, 400 to 500 range, theoretically. Because I have the perfected Pokedex. Really? Right. We can only wish. Yeah, unfortunately no shinies. Let's remember the ones that I wanted. Let's see. Oh yeah, I was talking about this earlier, but I am thinking I want to go back to doing some YouTube like videos rather than just streams. I feel like it would help the channel grow. I've been hitting a really significant like stall in the growth of the channel, and like obviously I'm not in this for the numbers. I'm in this just to have fun and stuff like that. But like, it does like feel a little. Like, it doesn't feel amazing to see the growth just, like, drop off a cliff. So, I'm thinking about ways that I can, you know, shake things up and try and make things a bit more interesting again and stuff like that. Not that it's uninteresting now, but, you know, just looking for different things that I want to try and do with the channel. And I think maybe doing like a release schedule, like maybe once every couple months I just release like a larger YouTube video, could be interesting to try. Because like back when I did the old video series, it was like multiple days a week, but it was like very lightly edited, you know, Pokemon Nuzlocke Let's Plays and like other game Let's Plays and stuff like that. So like a lot of like episodic stream videos that like if you're not interested in like the full series, you're not gonna like watch any of them. So I'm thinking about maybe trying to do like one-off videos. Nothing like the ending in an extra stream. Must be taking the wrong turn. Welcome to the stream, Pokefan. Thanks so much for joining. Playing around like fast as boy. It's true. He'd be fast as that. Alright, distortion faded, still no shinies. How's everyone doing today? I'm doing just fine. Alright, so we're at 12 minutes on that timer. We go back on over here. And... oops. Beautiful. Got Spider-Man Remastered. I'm addicted to the amazing game. Nice. I've heard very good things about the Spider-Man games. Also, let's get the new topic. What is your husband's biggest Pikachu? Oh my goodness.
What is your husband's biggest Pikachu?
Fascinating. Alright. There we go. I want to at least get to 6,000 encounters before we call it a stream. Well, I don't have a husband, to answer the question. But if I did have a husband, his biggest Pikachu would probably be one of those like floats that they have at the Macy's Day Parade. My husband owns one of those. Oh, Snapple Kappa? Mount Everest grows taller each year, which I did know. Partially because I've already had them before. Alpha Pikachu, of course. There you go. AliExpress is having their Black Friday sale, so I'm going to try and take advantage since things are already cheap. What's better than even more savings? Fair enough. 75-foot tall Pikachu made of painted sheet metal. Ooh, fancy. Can it turn into a mech that you like control with 4 of your racially diverse friends? And does it beat up monsters that are threatening the city? I have this like nagging fear that I'm just going to not notice that it's shiny because I'm like so checked out of like actually paying attention to if it's a shiny. Like in PLA, I'm always like at least semi on guard for a shiny. In this game, in Emerald, I am completely like guard down just because like it's so unlikely that a shiny happens that like it almost feels like I'm just kind of doing this just for doing this sake. Like it doesn't feel like I'm actually taking a chance at actually getting a shiny in this game. Like it just feels like I'm kind of just running around getting encounters just to see the number go up. You have to have friends to be able to do that. That's true. It's true. But if I were to have my friends anywhere nearby to be able to do that, we'd be not super duper racially diverse, but enough? Question mark? Wanted to ask the last stream, was that you weren't there? Or did you have trouble setting up Switch emulation? Did everything right and still get firmware errors and whatnot? Oh, on the Steam Deck. Gotcha. I'm curious, do you have like what the errors actually say? Like, do you have like debug messages? Kirby's Epic Yarn music. I have not played Kirby's Epic Yarn. I've not played like pretty much any Kirby game except for the Forgotten Land. Maybe I should try speedrunning that game. That game was so much fun. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally for yawning. Oops. Bring the vase. Okay. Cool. Have to check my friend who gave me them this weekend when I go. Fair. Pull mine up to see where I got them from. My deck is dead. It's a shame. Okay. Doing there. Bam. Gonna head out soon. EP time calls. Fair enough. Probably not gonna go too much after 6K encounters. Maybe I'll go to my next STD and then call it a night. Because I'm also getting pretty tired. Like I was describing earlier, I only ended up getting like 5 hours of sleep maybe. So I'm quite tired myself. Site called Projects. Ah, there you go. I went to our local Walmart. We have absolutely no Echoes of Wisdom available. Oof. Yeah, that game was quite popular. I mean, this is a Zelda game, so obviously, but like, I had to wait in line at a GameStop to get it on my lunch break because I was hanging out. I was at work, and I had. This was back when I was doing both bands, so I had band practice that night, and was obviously not going to be able to stream or anything like that because this was the band that went from like 7 to 11 o'clock at night, and I was not going to be streaming it at 11:30 at night for like half an hour or anything like that. But I realized that, like, you know, my wife was going to be home alone, and she's a huge Zelda fan. She's been her entire life, so I wanted to, you know, surprise her by having the game ready for her and stuff like that. So I was gonna get it on my lunch break, and I found out there was a GameStop right next to the Chinese place that I like to go to for lunch sometimes. So I was like, oh great, I'll go to the GameStop, I'll buy the game, and then I'll go grab some lunch at the Chinese place, and it'll be great. I get to the GameStop, and there's a line, and the doors are locked because they had just opened and were only accepting people in like a certain number of people at a time to deal with, you know, not having so many people clogging up the store. And I stood in line for like half an hour waiting to buy this game. And luckily I got there, like, happened to get there right as the store opened, so I didn't have to worry about, like, them being sold out. But, like, this was just, like, a random GameStop in, like, a strip mall, and it was not in, like, a hugely populated area. It was just, like, a random place, and there was a line out the door. And it was crazy. So, yeah, I forgot how popular just Zelda in general is. Like, I was, like, obviously Tears of the Kingdom comes out and like you're seeing a huge reaction, but like this one like almost like felt like it was flying under the radar because it's like not like a quote unquote mainline Zelda game. So it made me feel it made me forget that, like, oh no, yeah, people will still be just as obsessed with this game as Tears of the Kingdom, because it's Zelda, and it's Zelda that you get to play as Zelda. So yeah, I get that it's quite popular. I'm back. What did I miss? Not much. Just having some different conversations and such. No shinies since like the very beginning of the stream where I got that Haunter. Alright, let's do a new topic conversation, speaking of.
What makes your moose clumsy?
Incredible. Oh my goodness. What makes your moose clumsy? It's probably all the alcohol I feed it. That poor moose's liver is just absolutely gone. Oh, talking about the other the program that I was talking about earlier with the barcode scanner. I also want to set it up so that I can use macros to change OBS scenes and stuff like that, because I feel like that could be quite useful, not having to sacrifice my keypad to be able to switch between scenes and stuff like that. And then now I don't have to like limit which scenes can get a shortcut. So that's another aspect that I want to incorporate, is setting up macros to be able to change scenes, or mute certain things, or unmute certain things, or do like basically use OBS without having to use a mouse and keyboard. Be great. Gonna go look into this. Have a great night. All right, Pokefan, have a great night. Thanks so much for stopping by. I keep forgetting that it's very possible that I just phase on this and have to go again after getting like a shiny Wingull instead, or like a shiny Linoon, or heaven forbid a shiny Kecleon. Not now. Note this is I say heaven forbid because like Kecleon is so unlikely to even get that. If I happen to get a Kecleon and then it ends up being shiny, I'm gonna be really upset that like the low encounter rate one is the one that ended up getting the shiny. Uncounted Land coming soon to NSO. Oh, nice. Never played that game. In fact, I've only played one stream of any DK game where it's like DK's game, not like DK is in a game that Mario is also in or something like that. Like obviously I've played a ton of games where DK is like a character. Any of the Mario Karts or Mario Super Sluggers or Mario Strikers Charged or Smash or any of those, like DK's obviously in them and stuff like that, but like only one stream of any like DK focused game. Alright, we'll go for another like 5-10 minutes, and if we don't get any SDs, we'll just call it, because I'm getting quite tired. With that in mind, though, let's get a new conversation going. Go.
Where do you die, Roadrunner, in AN weeks?
Where do you die, Roadrunner, in a week? At the tie-dye shop? I don't know. Or I guess in the desert if you're Wile E. Coyote. Super genius. Spent 11 hours getting 100% in the South Park game last week. Now I'm doing it again on Steam Deck. Is that game good? I've not really seen much about it. Obviously, you're like obsessed with it, but like, would it be something that others might be interested in playing? Mississippi. Mississippi. It's good, but very, very weird. I mean, it's South Park. What do you expect, right? One of the achievements is to watch your parents do an act for 5 minutes. Oh, Jesus. Oh, we finally got the STD. Oh, it's right there, too. Honestly, don't even need to move. We'll just wait for it to happen. You have to watch for 5 minutes? Jesus Christ. That is a long time to watch that in a video game where it's all about, like, just... Like it is not hyper realistic by any means. It is just that. It's just like 2D characters, and I assume it's probably not, you know, very conventionally attractive characters. Alright. Cool. We'll get 2 more encounters, and then we'll go over to the Space-Time Distortion Day on stream. Alright. 1. Nothing there. Part in the game where you shrink down and climb in someone's behind to disarm a nuke. Jesus. Honestly, like, grading on South Park scale, honestly not that crazy. Also, it sounds like the plot to a Rick and Morty episode. Alright. Well, we're gonna end off the hunt in Emerald for the night. And let's go over and finish up the hunt in PLA. Oh, right, I was gonna turn off the music. Okay. Good stuff. And then... should be good to go. Weirdest part is he's a summon, and there's an achievement for summoning people while inside him. Oh, perfect. Just grab all the items, right? 2 EVs. Bam, bam. Okay, that's 1 special encounter. No shinies. Okay. Ow. Rude. This. And this guy. Bam. Bam. Where the heck are the other special encounters? Oh, there you are. Really? Ow. That was mean. Porygon Z. Near the end, there's a government guy who just takes all his clothes off and just stands in the background for the final boss fight. That's very funny. An unskippable, uncut scene. Let's see. Any more items? No more special spawns, which is a shame. Alright. So it's not looking like we're going to get any shinies in the category we were looking for today. Unless a random Eevee pops up in the last couple seconds. Speedrun's much faster speedrun the PAL version of this game rather than the NTSC version. I mean, I feel like that's the case in a decent number of games where it's like, because you're going slower, it's just easier to do tricks and stuff like that. And that's because the PAL version runs at 50 frames per second versus 60, right? So let's see. More items. More shinies. Because a bunch of cutscenes and the games got completely removed in the PAL version due to censorship. Oh, that makes more sense. Gotcha. Alright. Not looking like we're gonna get anything. That's okay. I am starting to, like, fall asleep. It's bad. I hate when I get like this. It sucks. I want to be high energy Ectric all the time. Then I just get like... I like the alien probing minigame and cutscenes. Jesus. Alright, anything else? Where's this last spot? And the abortion people? Jesus. That's rough, buddy. Alright. And we shall work. No more shinies. We did get the one, though. So that's all you can ask for. Alright, we are going to go and end off stream here. I really appreciate you coming in and hanging out. If you enjoyed the stream and have not yet liked it and subscribed to the channel, consider doing so you can catch every single one of these as they come out. Regardless, though, I really appreciate you coming in and hanging with me. Just saving the games. Make sure that they're all saved up. We're going to find ourselves a raid target, though, so don't go anywhere just yet. We're going to go pass on the love you showed me. Alright. And... let's raid Salmon Pokemon. We haven't raided Salmon forever. Alright, let's pass on the love. Whoops. Where the hell is the... Did I put it back? I did. Okay. That's fine. Hit discussion one more time to see what it rolls. Alright. What girlfriend would you like to go? My wife. Alright. Lovely.
What girlfriend would you like to goon?
Alright, and... Oops. Come on. Absolutely
guys,
worth
the
it.
code is going to be R.
Alright, there we go.
WK3
So we are going to go
RJ.
and pass on the love to Sam, Pokemon. I hope to see you over there. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your night. And until the next stream, have a good day. Bye.